Hello everybody and welcome back to Crossout, where today I am reviewing after playing several hours of this, because I know I gave the first review of this game a pretty harsh judgment, but I've been playing through it and I've gotten to know it a little bit better, and it's not as bad. It's still kinda bad, but not quite as bad as I pegged it for. First of all, this money up here can be gotten just from selling items in game. Now, to be fair with that too, not all the items sell. Well, okay, that one can't sell. Can sell for a lot though, and you need hundreds to be able to do anything. So the cabs usually sell pretty well, but if you're going for something like the wheels, not so much. So that is a point that isn't terribly great. The seasons, though, the missions going through these are actually quite fun to do. It expands your repertoire of weapons that you use, because to get some of these challenges done, you do have to go through the weapons, and it rewards you for knowing how to play the game. Like removing parts, it's best to get the killing blow, because whatever parts are left on the person, pretty much you get all the parts that were left on the person as a dropped on that goes towards that mission. The dailies are pretty fun to try to get and do as well. This one's to kill with bullets, so that means machine guns primarily, machine guns, because usually the artillery is explosive, and the shotguns are bullets, so yeah, that too. I am level 15, as you can see, but let's go into the concept of leveling, though. And this is why I said it's still not great. Until you get a power score of, what was it? About 22 to 2500, you're going to have a very hard time getting into games. It took me about 20 to 30 hours of gameplay or at least it felt that long. It might have been a little less, to get through the lower levels and get high enough to get enough parts to be able to play against more people. Because like if I just joined a battle right here, I'm going to join in that about 2 seconds. It should not take me long here to get into this battle, as opposed to when I was lower level, that it would take me forever. There would sometimes be no one on. I'd be sitting in this queue for 5 minutes. This queue, the one where everybody goes to play, if you're in the queue for this mode, or just any of those missions, it puts you into a game with everybody. And so when I say that there was no one on at the lower level of play, I mean there was no one on, like not in any of those missions, because it's all linked to the same one. Now as for raids, that's even worse. I would be sitting in there for 10-15 minutes. There's just no one on in the lower levels. So, but this is through not Steam. I have it linked to Steam, but it's not through Steam. And so the idea is that Steam might be better. I can't say if the servers are different for Steam and for through their own place, but I can say that it's pretty terrible if you it's pretty terrible at lower levels if you're going through their servers, at least that through their launcher. I guess maybe Steam might use their launcher too. Like I said, I don't have it through Steam because I refused to pay for this game, because it didn't seem like a game that you should have to pay for. And that is actually somewhat right still. I do not believe this is a game that you should throw money at unless you really feel like it deserves your money. Like say that you like League of Legends, like there's some that there's some what would it be called? Yeah, you guys get some gameplay too, but it takes me a little bit to think. I died. Okay, now I can think more clearly. What is it? The skins and stuff and the spray paints. If you want to spend money towards that, I would say by all means go ahead. But everything else, just there's not really a lot that I think you should have to be paying for, such as the guns and stuff. You can unlock all of that with enough gameplay, and not even like, well, I guess a lot of grindy gameplay, but nonetheless, another issue I had with the parts though was that when you are that you can't buy structural parts. The structural parts are not on the market, so and I've not seen anywhere to actually get structural parts. So like all of this framing and such that you put on your thing, you can't buy. There's no way to get it, and we are going to get out of this match right here, and I'll show you that. We'll go back to the garage. So if I go to the, not storage, no. We go to market, structure right here. There's nothing here. You can't even buy it. This is more for appearance. You can buy all that, but structure, you can't. You can get wheels. You can get every other part. You just can't get structural parts, which I think is a very big issue. That, like, how am I supposed to, like, look at how my craft looks right here. Let's just grab something to be able to fly around. It looks really janky because I can't get all the parts I need. I'm like literally looking for parts to be able to place up there. And the thing is I think the best way to do parts, because obviously I get why they haven't done structural parts, is that it wouldn't be too easy to make your thing look like it wasn't Mad Max-ish. But at the same time, it's like it makes it really difficult. And I'm not saying to put parts in just as something you can easily get, but what would be cool is that you have a very small chance to get a part that wasn't destroyed on a person you destroyed. And what I mean by wasn't destroyed is that you didn't shoot it off, and when you blew them up, it did not take serious damage. So say like my cockpit blows up, like they take off all my left side here and my cockpit blows up. Well, that would mean that and they didn't touch my radiators. That, well, maybe not radiators, just structural only. Anything on this side would be fair game in terms of the structural that they could get. I think that would be a really cool idea, but I don't know. They just don't have any structural, and there are parts I would like to be able to get. I would use the money I have earned in the game to buy those, and they just don't have them. So, and that'll be it for this review. It's a little bit better. I'll admit the game is okay. It's not great at low levels because the grind is real, just trying to find other people at that level. But once you get into a high enough point, it's actually not bad to play. But then on the flip side, it then gets kind of ridiculous to build your vehicle because the amount of structural parts you would like to have. Like, I get gating how many parts you can put on your vehicle, and that's not my problem at all. It's just I can't get really good parts because they're given to you as you level. You don't even get to choose what parts you get. You're just like, here's parts, here's some more parts. And it just, I think it really hampers, first of all, how well you can make your vehicle look. Like, the front end of my vehicle looks great, but as you see, as I got to the back end, I just ran out of parts. like seriously. It looks like this because I ran out of parts. Anywho, but that's just my view on it. Again, this is a review. This is my view and take on the game, and I hope this was insightful, and I hope that you have a better idea of what this game is, because on the surface, I know a couple of other, I don't know the people, but I've seen other videos on Crossout, and it doesn't really cover how grindy this game can be and the limitations of it, because they just show off the new parts and stuff like that because they've been given big accounts. I have not been given a big account, so this is what it's going to look like when you guys start. So anyways, by the way, using at least steering wheels in the front and the back. Use none of the normal wheels because you're not going to be able to maneuver nearly as well unless you have something that you don't want to maneuver as well, like an artillery, if you want to get that really easy lineup, because these wheels can oversteer artillery pretty bad. But anyways, that's my review on this. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please do leave a like so that it shows up in YouTube so that other people can see it. And check out my other videos to see if you want to subscribe. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions about this review or any other reviews that you would like me to do, I'm always open to do these because I would think that I have a pretty I like to review it as a person that's gonna just play through it normally and not be like 100% completer, but wanting to enjoy the gameplay I go through. Not to mention, as the description for my channel, I do enjoy just about every game to some degree. There are games I don't as much, but I can see the merit in other games, like first-person shooters. I am terrible, but I can see everything. The bigger the screen I have and the wider the field of view, the more I'll catch. The issue is I'm not great at shooting. Anyways, as most of you probably understood, this is the end of the video, so I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.